Those numbers match a list of questions in front of me. As I draw a numbered ball, the audience think, that sound is really annoying me. As I draw a numbered ball, the panel have to answer the matching question. Malcolm, you go first. First number drawn is Burlington Bertie, number 2. Your question, Malcolm, is...
Yes!
I've not asked you yet.
Oh, sorry.
How did you get into show business?
Through the side window. I've got to be honest. In the 60s, I played in a folk group called the Timoneers. There was me and 3 others. And we used to tour the world, singing songs of poverty and depression out the window of our Bentley. And yeah, that's how it started. And eventually, I started telling stories and gags between the songs. And eventually, people started to book the group more for me telling the stories and the gags between the songs than for the songs themselves. So the other 3 took umbrage and left, which left me on my own.
What was the name of the group?
It was called Timoneers, T-I-M-I.
I thought you were half of a group called the Symbolics.
I was, yes.
We all know what happened when Symbolics. So what a way to get your foot in the door of comedy, Malcolm.
Get a foot in the door, yes. And the only reason that I padded the songs out with lots of stories and
I can
jokes
see you're well padded out.
was we only knew 6 songs. So, you know, you had to do it somewhere, and that was what it was. Just telling stories and gags. So,
What a way, and you've never looked back.
I have, yeah. Spent some time, one of them being today. I must say, I've got to be honest with you, I've had a great time, and I've got to be honest that I can't remember ever having had a better time than I've had today. I know I have. I just can't remember it, that's all.
Well, that's one of the stories. And now it's Don's turn to play Spot the Sprout of Suspense. And the second number drawn is... Where'd you come up with it? And the second number drawn is Bash the Bishop, 88. And your question, Don...
That was 2 fat ladies, 88.
Yes, that was in the world outside.
Sanity,
the normal world. Your question, Don, is this. Did stuff ever go wrong on Crackerjack?
What, with Peter Glaze all the while?
Yeah.
Peter Glaze was incredibly short-sighted. And this is absolutely true, and Bernie will back me up. He used to wear contact lenses and glasses when we did the show. He was double glazed. Can anybody remember the finales we used to do, where we used to sing pop songs? We used to 3 pop songs that were currently in the charts, and we used to wave them into a sketch. And we were doing Romeo and Juliet. And Peter and I was playing Romeo, and Peter was playing Tybalt. And we had this sword fight with these terrible, really old, rusty épées, you know, rapiers. So we're doing this sword fight, and at the same time singing Goodbye Yellow Brick Road, Elton John's Goodbye Yellow Brick Road. So all of a sudden, our swords clash, and the button from the end of the rapier comes off the end of Peter's sword. So now he's got a jagged end, but he's blind, he can't see this. So we carry on with the sword fight, and then it comes to the part where I drop my sword and run up the ivy growing on the side of this building to get to Juliet, who's on the balcony. And at this point, Peter is going to shove this sword up my bum because we've got to the bit where it goes, oh, because he doesn't know that the buttons come off the end of the rapier. And I had to be treated afterwards. I had to go and lie on my... with me knickers down, lie on this bed and have iodine poured all over me. That was the worst one, but there were all sorts of accidents.
That was just another day at the orifice. But those were seriously, I mean, what a fantastic time of our lives, Don, to be part of that event that was Crackerjack at 5 to 5 on a Friday.
No, they should never have. They should have left it as it was. You know, I mean, I did it, didn't I? I did it for 4 years. You did it for 3 years, and then all of a sudden they said it needed a change.
Yeah.
And they put the Crankies in, and the Crankies are great acts even to this day. But it then became the Cranky Show. It was no longer Crackerjack, and it lasted about another 3 or 4 years. Then and they scrapped it. You take Blue Peter. They've never changed that. It's essentially the same as it's always been, and it's still with us. And Crackerjack would be if they hadn't messed with it.
But it was stapled out. It was tea time on Friday for families to watch, and all the big stars, all the big pop groups used to come on and play. It was like Top of the Pops.
Well, they sold more. They reckon they sold more records being on Crackerjack than they ever did on Top of the Pops. That's true. They'll say that.
But the interesting thing, Don, is all the years later how people. Sometimes we get our identities mixed up. Now, you're a fantastic squash player. The number of times I've been told that people have seen me play squash with Tommy Steele, and I've never played squash.
And a number of times people have come up to me and said, "How's your ostrich?" How many marathons did you run? I said, "I've never run a. You've run a marathon. I've never run a marathon. I saw you on the television."